All right, guys, it's been a while. I've been quite busy, frankly, lots going on. So I moved to a new place, been getting settled into a new routine. It was my birthday as well, last few days, and just a lot going on, right? And I hadn't really had a chance to make a video, or at least be in the correct mind space where I could record something that I could provide some value. But now I'm much more settled in at the new place, enjoying it very much. Have a nice yard. New setting, but still, that whole thing. Moving sucks. Moving sucks. It's a pain. And just, I am very much a structured person and I enjoy having a routine. So when that gets disrupted, it does take me a while to get back into it. But this time I decided to actually go and take it as an opportunity to just change things up a bit and just come up with a new routine. Mainly because I've been thinking about life in general, my life, what I want, what I've learned about myself. Especially, I turned 32 years old. I know it doesn't look like it, but that is indeed the case. And I was thinking a lot about when I was early 20s. I remember in uni, I saw this graph about, when you're a student, you're broke, you're miserable, you're just studying. I mean, it's miserable in a way, but it's a fun time as well because you don't have that many responsibilities. But I was thinking of that graph I saw where basically it's like quality of life at early 20s, and it was like shit. And then when you cross 30, it went way up in a way, saying basically that life is supposed to get better every year, and if you're doing the right things, that's how it should be. And thankfully, I I am very grateful for where I am in life, because I've had moments where when you are, let's say, in the middle of that curve, or of that takeoff, let's say, it does feel like you're not moving, but then suddenly things just start to compound, and things, all the work that you've put in years prior, start to really build on top of each other. And then you realize, like, shit, life's pretty fucking good. So I've had that realization recently, and it also got me thinking about my priorities in life, and just like a shift in priorities. Things that I used to allow myself to get super stressed about previously. A lot of it was related to goals, or goals that I set for myself that I wanted to achieve, and I got too autistic about them and just put blinders on to the point where maybe I got them, but when I achieved that goal, I didn't allow myself to enjoy it. And times in my life where I found it really hard to just enjoy the small wins, enjoy the progress and the accomplishments. And I've reflected on that. I don't know, probably is my age. But yeah, it made me realize that really, really, it's all about perspective, truthfully. Because you decide whether or not to, let's say, to be happy, to be content, to be fulfilled, to react in a stressed manner, in a angry manner. Ultimately, you decide how you react to everything that happens in your life, whether it's good or bad, and how much it affects you. And I just came to that conclusion, right? Things that I would very easily let myself be stressed or worry about, or give too much importance to the little things, like majoring in the minors. I've learned to, or working at this, but I've realized I made a lot of progress in just learning to chill out a little bit more, and just not completely, I don't want to say go with the flow and throw caution to the wind, but just trust that you are in the right path. Trust that your intention is in the right place, and that you will get where you want to get. I know it may sound that I'm rambling on this video, but there's a lot of reflection behind what I'm sharing. And it's little things, like, let's say, mainly for me, the past few years, what I've been focused on the most has been financial goals and working a lot towards that. And then they say, it's not a destination, it's a journey. It comes to a point where all the experiences and let's say all the challenges and struggle that I went through, it does change you. It changed you hopefully for better. It changed me for better. And if you're someone's going through that, hopefully it does change you for better as well. But it just gives you clarity. You find it along the way. It just it didn't come to me. But as I kept trying, moving forward, even though there were days where I didn't want to, I didn't want to work, I didn't want to train, I didn't want to do videos, I didn't want to do things that I should have done, I still did them. Most times trusting that things would work out in the end, or maybe because I'm just stubborn. But then it gets to a point where you start to, in your day-to-day life, experience the results of those actions, because everything that I'm experiencing now at 32, I would say is the result of things that I've done in previous years. So my current life situation is not a result of yesterday. It's the compounded effect of years before. It's like this whole thing from Atomic Habits. I think it's from Atomic Habits. Like if you do 1,000 push-ups or a million push-ups, let's say, whatever, it's not the millionth push-up that gets you fit. It's the sum of all the push-ups, right? It's not, you can't go to the gym one day for 10 hours and hope to have the same effect as going to the gym for 1 hour for 10 days. It's very different. Some things just take time, and naturally, I think most people are impatient, myself included. And there were times where I would let that impatience not allow me to enjoy where I was, enjoy my stage. So that's been the conclusion of my self-reflection upon turning 32 years old. I did plan to actually also make like a more polished video and just share some lessons and whatnot. I'll probably do that, but not do it so overly polished and professional with fancy editing. I mean, I don't do any fancy editing, but just sharing lessons, right? Because I think back of when I was 20, when I was in college, studying my computer engineering degree, I used to imagine what my life would be or where I would be when I turned 30. And that seemed so far off in the distance. And then suddenly I'm like, shit, I'm 32. It's like, what the fuck? It still surprises me how fast time flies. It's like, whoa, 32, yeah. But I can confidently say that life does keep getting better. It just took a moment, or I just needed to take a moment to really appreciate both the good things and bad things that have happened, that have led to this point, because they resulted in where I am now. So, and a big focus of, just like a personal focus of mine moving forward, is not only improving my life, to continue to, of course I want more, to keep improving my life, but also to improve the lives of more people, the people around me, and the people who I cherish, trust, love, and respect. So that's gonna be a big focus for myself moving forward, and just give back, because there's been people who've helped me, who've been very generous in many different ways. And I don't know, it feels like a responsibility to pay that forward. So I wanted to share that with you all. Some ramblings from my reflections. So I've settled in now at the new place. So I'm gonna get back on posting videos again, of course, sharing lessons and more systems and whatnot, sharing things, more content. I'm also thinking about how to properly attack the content game, to get serious with it this 2026. Super excited, super optimistic about what's coming this year for sure. So I wanted to share that for anyone who's watching and anyone who's made it this far. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for what's to come, because we've only just begun. Thank you for watching again, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.